Okay. Good morning, all of y'all. As far as the next topic is concerned, we are going to start with projections. Now, what do you understand as far as the word projection is concerned? Where, okay, what are the prefixes and suffixes that you would attach to get meaning out of this particular word that is projection? Where around you do you, or rather, are you associated with this particular word, projection? Where exactly do you think is projection associated, or what is projection associated with? Yes, come. You study something, you write your exam, and you try to project your results. It's an estimation. That's one aspect of it. In movies, or rather multiplexes, you have projectors. What do they project? They project an image. Image of what? Okay, whatever has been recorded, that will be projected. So as a consequence, you'll see की ऋतिक रोशन जर स्क्रीन केला असेल, शूटिंग केलेला असेल, तर प्रोजेक्ट करताना तुम्हाला तो ऋतिक रोशनच दिसला पाहिजे, बरोबर आहे? की किंवा कतरीना कैफ आहे किंवा अदर हिरोईन्स आर देअर, ते तसंच्या तसं रिफ्लेक्शन असतं. ते ओनली दॅट, तो एक छोटा विंडो असतो. आय डोंट नो हाऊ मेनी ऑफ यू ऑल हॅव tried to look back from where the projection is being done as far as multiplexes are concerned. एक छोटीशी खिडकी असते, त्याच्यातनं ते प्रोजेक्शन होऊन मोठं होत असतं. Now, as far as map projections are concerned, given the scale at which human being actually views things around, okay, it's very interesting to note that this or these types of projections are actually reverse of what you see as far as screening in multiplexes is concerned. Actually, the earth is very large, and you are bringing it to a accommodative size on a piece of paper. That is what we are actually supposed to be doing. Now, what we are referring to projector, projections, etc., where have we earlier seen them in geography? When you, if you remember, when we started with, as far as maps are concerned, we did those 5 basic elements of a map. We spoke about conventional signs and symbols. We spoke about the direction. We spoke about the title. Okay, then we spoke about what else? You spoke about the scale, and you spoke about the latitude and longitude, what's called as an extent. Now, how do you measure that particular extent? That extent is nothing but projection. Okay, is what is something that we have to remember. Okay, that is projection. Now, how do we transfer these projections? Are there methods? Yes. If I am to use a particular map, I have to see that as far as these projections are concerned, or rather, I would say to bring the map to the utility of any individual. मॅप काय आपण आपले एखाद्या मॉडर्न आर्टिस्ट सारखं थोडीच आहे की 2-4 रंग फेकले आणि त्याचं प्रदर्शन भरवलं असं नसतं. Okay, map is something that everybody should be able to use. So in that case, you'll see that when I am constructing a map, I have to see that those 5 elements are adhered to. And there are furthermore and interesting aspects that I need to look into when I am constructing a map. Okay, when I construct a map initially, before we went into what is called as the satellite age, wherein you send a satellite that's going to click a picture. I won't say a picture, I would say an image. There is a difference between a photograph and an image. We have discussed about this in an earlier lecture also. Okay, so when I'm say in the satellite age, what all we do is we have sent satellites, and of course they are going to click images and they are sending it to us. But we are speaking about times wherein we did not have all these facilities. You have to actually go in for survey. You have to plot the points. You have to bring them back to your workroom. You have to sit on a table and you have to draw a map. And that is where, and that is why map making is also called as cartography. It's art of drawing maps. Okay, when we say it's an art, yes, it requires some skills, but at the same time, it has a methodology. You have to follow that particular methodology. We have seen how that methodology is being followed when we were doing those topo sheets. Topo sheets are I would say, a zoom into a particular area. Okay. On the other hand, you see other types of maps. You see large, say, maps of a country. You see maps of a state. And in fact, we have studied the map of a world. Do you see differences as far as these different types of maps are concerned? Yes. Okay, you'll see that the sizes of these maps are different. So, for example, if you are speaking about the map of India, the map of India fits into a sort of a square. On the other hand, if you're looking at a map of Maharashtra, it's a bit of a rectangular map. On the other hand, further, if I am looking at a map of the world, it's a perfect rectangle. Okay, now you require a lot of skill to bring in scale to these types of maps. Okay, because what I'm doing, I'm transferring what is a map. It's basically transfer of what is there on the ground onto a plane. Okay, now when I say a plane, okay, this is a plane. This paper is a plane. Okay, so what is in a globe needs to be transferred on a plane as such. So to start with, okay, this is a globe. All of you all have drawn a globe as a part of your earlier practical as well. Now, interestingly, what is happening is I have to transfer this globe on a sheet of paper. Is it going to be easy to transfer this? Okay, for a layman, it is not going to be easy. But for a geographer who's doing a practical in maps, it should be easy because there are techniques to transfer this information from the globe onto the information. एक जणांनी पटकन जाऊन मामा आहेत त्यांच्याकडनं एक ग्लोब मागवला. Now you'll see that there is a geometric reference between a globe and a plane. Actually, this is a rectangle. This would be a square also. It's only that I'm showing it in a 3-dimension. That is why it more or less looks like a parallelogram. Okay, what is a parallelogram? मॅथ्स वाला कोणी नाही का? पण 11वी-12वी मध्ये मॅथ्स नसलं तरी चालतंय. पॅरलेलोग्राम ह्याच्या आधी आपण केलेला असतो. Parallelogram. What does it mean? What does the word indicate at? 90% of the time, the word will have an indication to the meaning. Yes? Parallelogram. A globe there. Yes, the opposite sides in a parallelogram, this side and this side are parallel to each other. This side is parallel to this. Okay, when I'm going to pick up a parallelogram, it could possibly, not necessarily, it could possibly look into or look as a rectangle. Okay, so you'll see that if I'm going to look at it from the front, it could look like this also. Okay, it could well be like this itself. It could be that way also. It could be a rectangle also. It probably could be a square as well. Our task now is to put this onto this surface. That is what map making is. What is a projection? Okay, you'll see that the globe is full of, this is also something that you have drawn. It's a grid of latitude and longitudes. These north-south, these are latitudes, and these are longitudes. Okay, when I draw a map, what I actually do is I pick up this. What is this called? You have written it in your journal. This square between two latitudes and two longitudes is called as a, it's called as a graticule. A graticule by graticule transfer of what you have here onto a flat piece is one part of projection. Okay, it's a bit tough to understand these things, and that is why I'm going very slowly, step by step, probably one of the reasons why we are recording this lecture as well. Now, you'll see that what we are actually doing when we are transferring this graticule on a zoom in stage, yes, this is a square. Okay, but when I zoom out, what do I see? That this line and this line are parts of these latitudes. If I'm looking at a globe here, what exactly am I able to see? Okay, you'll see that as far as this globe is concerned, these are latitudes. Okay, you have latitudes. Say, for example, this dark line is a equator. This probably could be this line. But when I zoom out, I see that the equator is a circle. When I'm looking at longitudes as well, here I could see them as lines, but the whole longitude here, and add to it the longitude which is opposite to it. When I put two longitudes together, this one and the longitude 180 degrees on the other side, what do I get? I get another circle. So when I'm transferring this graticule on this paper, actually what I'm doing is I'm transferring these circles, parts of these circles, which could also be called as sectors. बरोबर आहे? Okay. हा जो सर्कल आहे त्याचा हा भाग जर असेल 1 2 3, this is a sector. Which part of this sector are we using here actually? It is this part which we are using. लक्षात येते? Okay, so that is as far as these transfer of these circles on this is concerned. Is the transfer of circles from a curved surface onto a flat surface or a flat plane going to be easy? Certainly not. Certainly not for a layman. Okay, you would have to have some training as far as understanding this transfer is concerned. So whenever I'm going to survey the surface, taking the curvature into context, the curvature of the earth into context, what is that survey called as? That is called as geodetic survey. ओके अँड तुम्ही इकडनं जर येत जात असाल दुपारून तर तुम्ही पाहाल की जॉग्रफीची मुलं बाहेर सर्वे करत असतात. ओके, तो ट्रायपॉड लावलेला असतो त्याच्यावर एक प्लेन सरफेस असतो. दॅट प्लेन सरफेस इज नथिंग बट दिस. But are they taking the curvature of this planet into consideration? No. They are doing a plane survey. They are considering, there is an assumption that the surface of this planet is flat, and that is why they directly are using a flat board. आतापर्यंत बघितलं नसेल तर तुम्ही या 2-3 दिवसामध्ये सुद्धा डिपार्टमेंट कडे आला किंवा मेन बिल्डिंग कडे आलात, मला वाटतं आता फी भरायला तुम्ही येणारच. एक्झामच्या फीची नोटीस लागलेली आहे, स्कॉलरशिपची नोटीस लागलेली आहे, त्या अनुषंगाने ऑफिसकडे याल. त्या दरम्यान बीए SY ची मुलं मला बाहेर सर्वेचे प्रॅक्टिकल्स करताना दिसते. ते जस्ट हॅव अ लुक ॲट देम. त्यांच्याकडे जाऊन त्यांना डिस्टर्ब करायची गरज नाही. यू विल अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट आय एम ऍक्च्युअली. They are using the Earth's surface as if it is a plane. They are not taking this curvature of the surface into consideration. But when I'm drawing a map, when I'm drawing a projection, it is very necessary that I take this curvature into consideration as well. Otherwise, my map could change. Map could change in the sense there are certain aspects in the map which I would not be in a position to understand very clearly. As a consequence, when I'm looking into projections, which is going to be the topic, or map projections, it becomes necessary that I take the curvature of the globe. Okay, you'll see it's significantly curved. Okay, now if I am to do a few things in the sense that I'm going to take this, and let us say this is made up of cloth, and I'm able to cut this, okay, from one end to the other. I open up that cloth and I try to paste it on a flat sheet or a hard surface like this. हाच ग्लोव आपल्याला कापायचा आणि याच्यावर लावायचा. Okay, is that going to be easy? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Or on the other hand, I draw a map on this paper. Normally a world map is in a rectangular shape. If I'm going to draw a map on this paper and I'm going to take a very plain globe like this, here you have the map here. But if I'm going to take a blank globe and I try to stick this map on this globe, is it going to be easy for me? It's not going to be easy for me. There are going to be certain areas which are going to be stretched. And as a compensation to that, there are going to be certain areas which are going to be compressed. Why? Because the total surface of the earth in a rectangular form and the total surface of the earth in a global form has to match. Okay, if I try to match them, certain areas are going to be compressed, certain areas are going to be exaggerated. Now, what does this result into? This compression and result and expansion or exaggeration will result into a few interesting aspects. What are these interesting aspects that will come up? You'll see that if even if today you go to a shop and you buy a world map, let us say, a world map will show you all continents, etc., etc. Then near Europe, you will see an island which we know by the name of Greenland. Okay, normally you will see that the size of Greenland in a normal world map is as large as Africa, if not larger. But if you actually go to see, Greenland is only this far, only this much. And if you come to see Africa, it is this large. This is Africa, and this is Greenland here. Okay, comparatively, Greenland is not even 1/7 of that of Africa. But on a world map, which we normally use as a common world map, we'll see that Greenland is nearly as large as Africa. This is what I call as exaggeration. Now, if Greenland is exaggerated, however, the total area of the map on a square sheet or a rectangular sheet, and this has to be same, what is going to happen? Okay, it's the fact that some areas are going to be compressed. Now, where is Greenland located? Greenland is located near the poles. So, if areas near the poles are going to be exaggerated in a projection, what are the areas which compensate and go into compression? Opposite side. Opposite of pole is equator. So, countries near the equator are going to be compressed inside. Okay, you see, if you look at India also, India is significantly larger country. But okay, when we show Greenland, and Greenland tends to be larger, and when you look at India and the size of India on a world map, it relatively looks smaller. Not that it is smaller, it relatively looks smaller because it is compensating for some countries which are being exaggerated in certain areas. Now, if I am to draw this, or I am supposed to be projecting this on this sheet of paper, I'm going to projecting this. I'm going to be projecting this on this. How can I do that? Okay. We were speaking about multiplexes and the projector in multiplexes. What is the principle behind that projection? What type of energy is used behind that projection? Okay. तो दिसतो कशाला कसा काय तुम्हाला तो दिसतो कशामुळे? Okay. Light energy is used. Can I use light energy in transferring this? Yes. In fact, that is a perspective that we have in our mind. That I'm going to place light in such a way, okay, at such a position that these graticules, okay, will come on this. Then I would be in a position to understand, or rather to draw a projection map. Okay, map is basically a part of a projection. What we are attempting here is, before we come to that small size of a map, a district, a state, a city, a town, or a country as well, can we put the whole thing on this? And in that perspective, are we in a position to transfer this to this particular area? There are a few complexities which we need to solve by using geometry, by using various, innovative solutions to this. One of this is what I can do is I can transfer this by using the source of light. Now, you may have done this many times. आपल्या घरी आता लाईट कमी जाते, पण जेव्हा जेव्हा लाईट जायची तेव्हा आपण घरी काय करायचो? मेणबत्ती लावायची, आणि मेणबत्ती लावल्यावर आपल्या घरचे ते खेळ सुरू व्हायचे. आपण मेणबत्तीच्या समोर जाऊन असं असं करतो ना, आपलं प्रतिमा बघायचा, शॅडो बघायचा प्रयत्न करत असतो. Okay, or then you'll do this and you'll do all those shapes. Okay, in the process, what happens? If I'm going to light a candle somewhere and I have the surface, okay, if I'm going to take my hand near the candle, what is going to happen? The size of the shadow will increase. Okay, if I'm going to take it away from the source of light, okay, the more distance that I take it from, okay, you'll see that जेवढा मी सरफेसच्या जवळ आहे माझा हात तसाचा तसा इथे शॅडो मध्ये दिसेल. जसा जसा मी तो त्या कॅन्डलच्या जवळ नेतो तसा तसा तो मोठा दिसतो. देयर इज गोइंग टू बी अ डिफिकल्टी की ही लाईट कुठे नेमकी लावायची. Okay, so you'll see that whether that light is going to be in the center of that globe, की या ग्लोबच्या सेंटरला लावायची का नेमकी कुठे लावायची, त्याच्यावर सुद्धा हे वेगवेगळे प्रोजेक्शन्सची नावं ठरलेली. We are going to go into each of these projections one by one. All these are actually adaptations in projection. Now we have seen that one aspect, one end of this whole process. What we are doing, we are trying to think where should I place my light. On the other hand, just imagine that instead of a wall, I take a paper. Again, the same scenario ki ghar ki light geleli ahe, and we are trying to play with shadows. Okay, and then the source is somewhere here, and I have a paper in my hand, and then I'm going to do this. Okay, does that cover up significantly as far as the exaggeration is concerned? Yes. Consequently, while we are looking at what source the light should be, we are now to look at where the plane should be located as well. Okay, where the plane should be located as well. As far as location of this is concerned, okay, if I am going to, मगाशी मी काय म्हटलं की परफेक्शन कुठे येतं जास्त शेपचं, जसं जसं मी सोर्सच्या जवळ येतो, बरोबर. तर हा जो आहे याचा मला इमेज घ्यायची आहे आणि हा प्लेन आहे ज्याच्यावर मला इमेज घ्यायची आहे. हे जर आपण एकत्र आणायचा प्रयत्न केला तर what happens? There is going to be a point, there is going to be a stage wherein this plane is going to touch the globe. This is also called as what in geometry? A line passing or rather touching the surface of a globe at one point is called as a tangent. Okay, now I can place this here, I can place this here, I can place this here. Okay, this is going to be polar because I'm placing, the tangent is going to be at the poles. This is going to be, the tangent is going to be touching the equator. For a moment, we are not holding the earth as it is actually, we are going to straighten it up. So the north-south are going to be straight. And if the north and south are going to be straight and not 23.5 degrees, when I'm going to touch this here, where does it touch? It touches at the equator. And then I'll have an oblique position. So why do I have to have these oblique positions? त्याचं उत्तर आपल्याला मगाशीच मिळालेलं आहे की जितका जवळ मी सरफेसच्या तो शॅडोचा ऑब्जेक्ट येईल तेवढं परफेक्शन. कशाचं परफेक्शन बद्दल आपण बोलतोय तर इफ आय एम गोइंग टू, हे जे एक्झॅगरेशन आपण मगाशी म्हणतोय की ट्रान्सफरिंग a square paper and sticking it on a globe or cutting a globe and sticking it on a square paper, there is going to be disturbance. Disturbance of what? There is going to be disturbance of what you can call as the area, because area of the globe and area of the paper is going to be the same. In the process of trying to equate them, there could be a problem with the first aspect, that is area. There is a second aspect which could create a problem, like we have seen the say what Greenland looks on a globe is much smaller as compared to what Greenland would look like at on a world map. So the shape. And the third aspect which gets disturbed in this whole process and which needs to be corrected and which we are trying to correct is going to be the direction. Okay, and an interesting aspect is in the process of transferring this information or this, it is very difficult. It is very difficult to have all the three checked. In the sense, a map which is perfect in area as well as shape as well as direction. You will have to take only two parameters. You will have to compromise as far as the third parameter is concerned. Okay, what are these parameters? Area, shape, and this direction. What is the reason for that? The reason for that is that if you see on the globe normally, okay, you see countries are of different shapes. They are of different sizes, different shapes, different sizes. Then their location is also at different locations. In the sense, some countries are equatorial. India is, say for example, Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia are equatorial countries. India is a tropical country, thoda sa equator cha वर. Okay, China is going to be a subtropical or subtemperate country. And you go to Russia, it is going to be a temperate country. Canada, it is going to be a temperate country. If you go to Sweden, it is a polar country. Okay, what I mean by when I'm saying that a country is equatorial or tropical or subtropical or subtemperate or temperate and polar. Okay, according to my country, I have to decide which projection is going to be the best projection for me, right? जर माझी कंट्री मोठी म्हणजे मला हवी त्याच्यापेक्षा एक तर मोठी किंवा एक तर छोटी दिसणार असेल तर त्या मॅपचा मला काय उपयोग आहे का? नाही. I have to select a projection which is going to be fitting to my purpose. And in this whole process, okay, geographers or I would say cartographers have continuously worked around this. की कुठल्या टाईपचं प्रोजेक्शन बरं चांगलं राहील, कुठल्या टाईपचं प्रोजेक्शन will have minimum errors as far as these aspects are concerned. Okay, preserving. We're trying to preserve the area, we're trying to preserve the shape, and we are trying to preserve the direction when we are transferring information from a globe onto a plane. As we know that it is going to be difficult in the whole sense of it, that is why we try and make adaptations. It is on these adaptations that these projections are going to be classified differently. And slowly we are going to come to that as well. Okay, if I'm going to keep this plane here, okay, how would this look like? How would this map look like? It's going to be touching at a particular point. This point, let us say, is the pole. This pole or this will be the center. Let us say this is the paper. Right? This is the paper. This is the point at which this paper is touching here. Okay. How will this look? This is going to be your pole. This is going to be 80 degrees latitude. This is going to be, let us say 70 degrees latitude, and this is going to be 60 degrees of latitude. How will the longitude look? Okay, how will these longitudes be reflected on that? These longitudes would be like this. So projection of the pole would look like this. Now, if I'm going to place this here, that is near the equator, how would this look like? This is called as normal. This is called as polar. Okay, as far as a normal or making this touch at the equator is concerned, how would this look like? This would look like this. Okay, these are going to be your latitudes. These are going to be your longitudes. दुकानातनं जेव्हा वर्ल्ड मॅप घेतात तो साधारण असा असतो. Each of them is going to have their benefits. Each of them is going to have their drawbacks as well. Now, there is one more place where we have to look and place this, and that is going to be oblique. Okay, this is zenithal, this is normal, and this is oblique. Okay, when I'm going to do this, there is going to be one of these latitude, mid latitude, which is going to be touching the plane. Okay, and in that case, okay, you'll see that it will look like this, but the latitudes and the longitudes would sound different. And that is why, okay, we cut down on this aspect. In the sense, what do we do? As far as pole is concerned, the best scenario is this, that you take a plane, you place it here, okay, and you draw a projection in this particular way. As far as an equator is concerned, or along the equator is concerned, how can we do that? Now, what is the limitation of this? That if I'm going to place a plane at one pole, would I be in a position to draw the other pole? It's very difficult to draw the other pole. So if I'm going to have very small areas which I need to draw, that's around the pole only, then a polar projection is going to be fine. But how do I draw these types of projections? What I do is I take a cylinder. I make a cylinder. Okay, and I'll place the globe inside this. I'll place the globe inside this cylinder. Now what happens is the globe now is touching at 2 points, this point and this point. And so when I open this cylinder, I will get this. Yete laksha. And the whole world can be projected on a cylindrical map. That is why whenever you have topics regarding a world in history, geography, anywhere other also, and you have to use a world map, a cylindrical map is going to be used. A cylindrical projection rather is going to be used. Because that is going to give you the whole scenario of the world. Unlike this, की याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला फक्त एक पोल दिसतं. आणि हे वाढून वाढून आता तुम्ही गंमत बघा की याचं तुम्ही हट्टच धरला की नाही मी अख्खं वर्ल्ड दाखवणार आहे. What problem should I have as far as projecting the whole world in a polar map is concerned? This is going to be 90 degrees, let us say north. This is 80, 70, 60, 50, 30, 40. 40, 30, 20, 10 and 0. 0 degrees is going to be equator. Let us say ha equator ikde aala. And this is North Pole. What is going to happen when I'm going to draw 10 degrees south? The line ह्याच्या बाहेर निघेल का? नाही. So complete set repeat will पुन्हा आत जाईल. And if you are working at it geometrically, the North Pole and South Pole will match. इथं ठेवलं मी आणि हे अख्खच्या अख्खी अर्थ काढायचा प्रयत्न केला. That is the main difficulty as far as zenithal polar maps are concerned. Okay, so you can't show the whole world using a zenithal map, polar map, zenith. Okay, similarly, coming to trying to use this particular area to be shown in the form of a map. What do I do? An easier way, instead of putting a whole plane here, what is normally done is they construct what is called as a cone. And that is why this set of maps, these set of projections are called as conical projections. What are conical projections? आपण फुटाणे खातो बऱ्याच वेळा, ते शेंगदाणे खातो. तो शेंगदाणे वगैरे फुटाणे कशात देतो? असा कोन करून देतो. आपल्याला कळत नाही, बट इट्स अ जॉमेट्रिक शेप. ओके, आता एक मोठा कोन करायचा आहे आपल्याला आणि हा कोन ही टोपी म्हणून ह्याला घालायचा. व्हॉट इज गोइंग टू हॅपन? ही घातली आपण त्याला कोनिकल टोपी. When I'm going to cut this and open this up, what is going to happen? This will open up like this. आणि याच्यातलं टचिंग कुठं सुरू होते? साधारण इथे इथपर्यंतचा भाग तुमचा काही कामाचा नाही. ओके, तर तुम्हाला मॅप हा जो दिसायला लागेल हा असा दिसायला. हे मी पुसून टाकलं तरी चालतं. This is called as a conical projection. What is the advantage of a conical projection? The point at which the cone is touching is going to maintain, मगाशी आपण म्हटलं ना, direction, shape, size, ही काय आहे. Okay, that is going to be maintained along that particular latitude only. In this very thing, you have a disadvantage of this particular projection. That is, when I'm going to go towards the equator, from that, what is called as standard parallel. When I'm going to go away from the standard parallel towards the equator, you will have exaggeration. And when I'm going to move towards the pole, I may have conflict. But that is what we want. That is what we want. So conical projections are advantages. But again, the disadvantage is using a cone. Can I show the whole Earth? No. So the whole Earth is depicted only by what are called as cylindrical projections. आता आपल्याला निवडायचं आहे की मला कुठला पाहिजे, माझा देश कुठल्या एरियामध्ये, आय हॅव टू आयडेंटिफाय, and once I have identified that, okay, going by whether I want area, shape or direction, याच्यातले दोन चूज करायचे आपल्याला. अर्थात देर आर न्यू फॉर्म्स ऑफ मॅथमॅटिकल मॅप्स, याच्यामध्ये सगळं मॅप्स केलेलं दिसतं. से फॉर एक्झाम्पल, अशा अनुषंगानेच यू मे हॅव कम अक्रॉस ऍटलास, आपल्या सगळ्यांनी पाहिलेला आहे. या ऍटलास मध्ये वेगवेगळ्या टाईपचे मॅप्स पाहिले जातात. एक वर्ल्ड मॅप हा अशा प्रकारचा असतो ऍटलास मध्ये. असा ऍटलास मध्ये असा एक मॅप पाहिला असतो की यू विल हॅव ऑल द कंट्रीज लाईक दिस हियर, अमेरिका, साऊथ अमेरिका, आफ्रिका, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, असा एक असतो. ओके, देन आय डोंट नो वेदर यू हॅव सीन दिस पर्टिक्युलर टाइप ऑफ, नसेल तर आणि तुमच्याकडे ऍटलास असेल तर पहा. तो सेक्शन घेऊन त्या एरियामध्ये तो मॅप डेपिक्ट केला जातो, तो एरिया डेपिक्ट केला जातो. ओके, यू सर्टनली फाइंड दिस टाइप ऑफ मॅप ऑल्सो इन एन ऍटलास. आपण एवढ्या डिटेलमध्ये कधी ऍटलास स्टडीज केलेला नसतो, कारण आपल्याला ऍटलास तो दुकानदार 6वी पासून काहीतरी 5वी पासून ऍटलास असतो, बाकीच्या पुस्तकांबरोबर ऍटलासही येतो. तो कधीतरी कुठल्या तरी जॉग्रफीचे टीचर म्हणतात घेऊन या वर्गामध्ये, त्या वर्षी जे टॉपिक असतं तेवढ्या पुरते 2-4 मॅप बघतो आपण ऍटलास मधले, नंतर ऍटलास परत घेऊन. द मोस्ट मॅथमॅटिकल डॉक्युमेंट that you carry in your school is an atlas. इतकं प्रचंड प्रमाणात त्याच्यामध्ये प्रिसिशन आहे, which will be seen through all these types of maps that you would see in an atlas, various types of maps. आता atlas घ्यायची गरज सुद्धा नाही पण तुम्हाला, if you want to go into this, go to Google, types of maps, select images, वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या इमेजेस तुम्हाला दिसतील. It's very interesting and important that a geography student knows all these details. Okay, so when I'm going to place, just rub this off. I have this plane that we have drawn here. When I'm going to place this plane, the plane, when it is placed at the pole, this is called as a zenithal projection or a polar projection. Zenithal comes from the word zenith. Zenith means top. तो मगासचा आपण जो बघितला हा कसा प्रोजेक्शन आहे, तुम्ही नॉर्थ पोल वरनं वर गेलेले आहात आणि तिकडनं पृथ्वीकडे खाली पाहत आहात, आणि त्याच्यावरनं मग तुम्हाला त्या लॅटिट्यूड ज्या आहेत त्या अशा गोल दिसत आहेत आणि लॉन्जिट्यूड ज्या आहेत ह्या आडव्या तिडव्या सरळ रेषा दिसतात. दॅट इज वाय इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज झेनिथल पोलर. Then, if you are going to place the plane at the equator, okay, it's going to be called as the equatorial, or it is going to be called as the normal projection. Okay, हे वेगवेगळे कॉम्बिनेशन्स मध्ये नंतर वापरलं जाणार आहे म्हणून मी तुम्हाला I'm telling you here. Then, as far as the others category is concerned, where other did we place the plane? We placed it at the pole, we placed it at the equator, and then oblique. Okay, these are oblique projections. Okay, you use the same word here, oblique. So, with reference to where you are placing the plane, okay, if this is the globe, I am placing the plane here, or I am placing the plane here, or I am placing the plane here. This is zenithal, this is normal, and this is oblique. एवढं लक्षात आलं? Okay. Let's move on. Then, this is where you are going to place, where you are going to receive the data. Data creation साठी तुम्हाला अजून काय लागणार आहे? Okay, you have to transfer the information on this to this. Okay, when we are using the word projection, what did we say we also need for a projection? We are going to require a source of light. तर आपण मगाशी तो सावल्यांचा खेळ केलेला आहे, isn't it? And in that context now, we have to understand where I have to place the light as well, isn't it? Okay, in the sense, if this is the globe and these are the latitudes, these are the longitudes. I have placed this plane here. What are the different locations at which I would be in a position to place light? The first thing would be that place the light at the center of the globe. Center of the globe. Okay, इथे मध्ये जावा आणि तिथे लाईट लावा. तो लाईट पेटला की हे जे ग्रॅटिक्युल्स आहेत, they would be transferred. Okay, this is the source of light. Rays of light will start traveling here, here. म्हणजे ही लॅटिट्यूड जी आहे ती तुम्हाला इथे आलेली दिसेल. देन ही लॅटिट्यूड जी आहे याच्यासाठी आपल्याला थोडंसं वाढवावं लागेल. प्रोजेक्शन हियर. पण असं करता करता प्रॉब्लेम काय येणार आहे की इक्वेटर जो आहे तो मला प्रोजेक्ट करता येईल का याच्यावर? And that is why you'll see that's the limitation as far as a polar projection is concerned. इक्वेटर सोडा, 1 डिग्री 2 डिग्री 3 डिग्री करता येईल. इक्वेटर सोडलं तर सगळं करता येईल. पण पेपर किती मोठा लागेल मला? 1 डिग्रीची लॅटिट्यूड मला जर याच्यावर घ्यायची असेल, आय विल रिक्वायर ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ पेपर. तुम्ही विचार करा ना, इट विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हिअर आणि मग ही इकडे कुठेतरी फ्रेमच्या बाहेर जायचं. लिमिटेशन. But initially, okay, that you can plot this here. Okay, हा एरिया किमान ह्या एरिया पर्यंत तुम्हाला हा व्यवस्थित काढता येईल. That is why you are using the light at the center of the globe. When you are using light at the center of the globe, you're going to call it as a mnemonic. G is silent here. It's called as a mnemonic projection. येते लक्षात? ओके, हे कसं आहे की तुम्ही कॅन्डल एका साईडला लावलेली आहे आणि हा सरफेस आहे, तो हात कसा फिरवताय त्याच्यावर. ओके, देन people said that yes, it's very difficult to get this beyond the equator. If I want to get the equator, what should I do? If I want to get to the equator, what should I do? shift this from center of the earth to the opposite pole. To the opposite pole. What will happen? Now I can accommodate the equator. I can accommodate the equator. When I'm placing the light at the opposite end, this is one end, this is the opposite end. When I'm placing the light at the opposite end, this type of projection is called as stereographic. Stereographic. Stereo sound, stereographic projection. Okay. However, this also will have a difficulty because इथे मला हा पोल काढताच येणार नाही, isn't it? आणि these are going to be exaggerated as well. Actually, हे कसं आहे? This is the longest. The equator is the longest, and the rest of the latitudes are smaller. But if I'm going to place it here, the light here, okay, I'll be drawing the equator, and equatorच्या पुढचे it will get larger, larger, larger. So I have a projection which is made up of concentric circles. Okay, where the North Pole is going to be the center, and all the latitudes are going to be concentric circles around it. What is going to be the difficulty here? That places in the southern hemisphere are going to look very large. They are going to look very, very large. मग ह्याला काही ऑप्शन आहे का? तर सेंटर ऑफ द अर्थ सोडा, ऑपोजिट एंड ऑफ द अर्थ सोडा. Can we operate it in such a way that you're keeping the source of light at a huge distance? When I'm going to place the source of light at a distance, all these lines, आता हा प्रॉब्लेम का आलेला आहे तुम्ही सांगा मला. हा प्रॉब्लेम का आलेला आहे? Because the radiation, this is radiation away from the center. So as I go at a distance, there is going to be enlargement. To compensate for this, if I'm going to plot the rays in this particular way, that they are going to be parallel to each other. These rays are going to be parallel to each other. Okay, what will happen? That all of this, okay, this ray, for example, this will fall here, this will fall here, this will fall here. Okay, this is already touching. This will fall here, this will fall here, this will fall here. Exaggeration सुद्धा avoid झालेला आहे. Size control मध्ये आलेला आहे. And now you can plot this in a more comfortable way. This type of projection is called as orthographic projection. Okay, mnemonic, stereographic, and orthographic projection. There is another way that you are going to use. What type of surface, what type of developable surface are you going to use? But we'll come to that later. As far as various classifications now of mass projections are concerned, आता ह्या सगळ्यांचं combination करून we'll have to get the best. But as I said, that it's very difficult to get the best of it as far as light projections are concerned. So classification is based on various aspects. The first type of classification is based on method of construction. As far as the method of construction is concerned, there are two types of methods. Perspective and non-perspective. Perspective and non-perspective. Then the second type or basis is what is also called as a Developable surface. What are the various surfaces on which we have developed this projection? What are these? First one was we placed a plane at the pole, okay, which is called as the zenithal. त्याच्यानंतर that is surface कुठला आहे हा? Cylindrical. And the third surface is conical. The third surface is conical. Then another classification is based on preservation. What are we going to preserve? Okay, preserve area. Projections are called as homolographic. Preservation of shape, ortho, direction, azimuthal. Okay. Next, D. Placement of the plane. Placing of the plane. On this basis, we divide them into polar, equatorial, and oblique. Have we left out anything? Yes. Classification based on source of light. Center of the object, mnemonic. Opposite end, stereographic. And indefinite, infinite distance is called as orthographic. I'll tell you an interesting aspect. Okay, you'll see that as far as orthographic shape is concerned, orthographic source of light is concerned. So logically, you can conclude that if the source of light is going to be from an infinite distance, then the probability of shape being maintained is going to be true or false. Is going to be true. नाही का? तुम्ही ह्या इथे आपण एक मेणबत्ती ठेवली, मध्ये तुमचा हात आहे, तिकडे तो सरफेस और प्लेन आहे, तो आहे. लॉंग डिस्टन्स, इथे ऑब्जेक्ट आहे आणि तिथे त्याचं प्रोजेक्शन. बट एज आय एम गोइंग टू टेक इट नियर, what is going to happen? An orthographic projection from a long distance there slowly could be transformed into a stereographic, आणि अजून जवळ मी नेलं तर इट कुड बी ट्रान्सफॉर्म्ड इनटू अ mnemonic. त्याच्यामुळे मगाशी आपण जो डायग्राम काढला ऑर्थोग्राफिक मध्ये इट वॉज मॅचिंग द सेम साइज, बट एज आय मूव अहेड टू स्टीरियोग्राफिक साइज गेट्स लार्जर. If I move into mnemonic, the size gets much larger. लक्षात येत आहे? And then the last one is more of an observational classification, in the sense what is the geometric shape of that particular projection. Okay, we said that world maps are normally rectangular in shape. Okay, circular polar maps are more circular in shape. Then, as I said, that if you open atlas, In that, you will have these other types. Normally, you don't see them anywhere here and there, but you have an elliptical shape. मी मगाशी जो काढून दाखवला तुम्हाला. Okay, this sort of a thing. Okay, this is more of an elliptical. Okay, असा पण दाखवतात तो कधी कधी. Okay, तुमचा वर्ल्ड मॅप ह्याच्यामध्ये असतो एवढ्या एरियामध्ये. Then you'll have a butterfly shape also. Okay, and then we come into what are called as others. Okay, so this is the classification on which projections are based on. What is projection? It is basically transferring it from the surface of a globe to a developable surface. What is a developable surface? It could be a plane, it could be a cone बसवायचा ह्याच्यावर, or it could be a cylinder. Okay, the most commonly used type of developable surface is a cylinder. Okay, if you are referring to only one hemisphere, then a cone will come into picture. आता प्रत्येक ह्याचे advantages, disadvantages, when we are going to go into the details of each of these, you'll be using them there. If you are going to mark places very near to the poles, then a zenithal one, you're looking at it from the top, zenithal. Okay, that type of projection is going to be advantageous. So developable surface, cylinder, cone, plane. Okay, projection is based on source of light. Okay, you have mnemonic. Okay, it's only for some areas. If you want to have details of small area, then mnemonic is fine, but otherwise it is not. Not even stereographic. Most of the projections used today are orthomorphic, orthographic projections. Why do we need that? Okay, so that we maintain or we preserve three basic parameters that need to be conserved as far as the map is concerned, map projection is concerned. The area, if the area is fine, but you do away with the other two, दोन्ही दोन होत नाही, you at least have two with you and one is not working. Okay, so area or homolographic, the shape तसाच्या तसा दिसेल. Okay, that is orthographic. तुमचे जे वर्ल्ड मॅप्स आहेत, नॉर्मल वर्ल्ड मॅप्स दुकानात मिळणारे, they are not complying to this. Okay, neither this. कारण Greenland looks very large in that. Okay, and then you have direction. These are very important for travelers. मला हे नाही मिळालं तरी चालेल, but for a traveler, direction चुकली तर त्याला काय अर्थ होईल. Okay, because direction is going to, or all of them are going to include the scale also. How much on the map is equal to how much on the ground? त्याच्यामध्ये थोडासा problem आहे. So we have to maintain this also. A combination of all this, okay, basically will be taken up one by one, as far as this whole process of understanding and drawing and plotting projections are concerned. Okay, that's all. If you have any queries, you can ask me.